Okay, so if you want to practice this map easier, you kinda gotta, I mean, unless Ethan makes like a better practice ID for the map, which I think he said he will, but for now, I just gotta use this with the ID embot. So the basic commands you'll need are noclip. Actually, just use help to see all of them. But you basically just need noclip for that, and activate button. This will activate. You can do a range. This will activate buttons 1 through 10 in the map. This will do 1 through 3. This will do 1 through 5, for example. This will do all of them. And yeah, you can see how it suggests it autofills. Press tab to autofill, like that. And you can press Q to open and close it easier. So yeah, that's Tune for you. So you can watch my video for like general knowing how to do the map reference. I'm just gonna run through this because it's more efficient and easier to commentate. But for like specific parts that need a bit more explaining, I'll go in game, explain them better. But for the start of the map, there's not much. For the first button, hold space on the ledge there so you can jump up and hit the button. To save time, try to aim for this first pipe. Just a little corner cut. Yeah. The shadow platforms, right, left. And the trains. I see a lot of people jumping from up here onto the train. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's less... You just want to be in a good position, and by doing that, you're not getting yourself in a good position. So, yeah, fall onto here, jump on the train. This way, you won't land on the front. You don't want to be on the front of the train, because if you're on the front of the train, you're jumping forward. You see how you'll probably fall, or at least have a greater chance of falling. Just hold W over this. And then here, quickly get over to this side. Press A very quickly, then D almost immediately after you press A. Don't hold the keys for too long, it's very tight, so just tap A and D. And then, when you're about... You'll get used to this. You're about there, jump, and then fling yourself over here. Sometimes you'll land over here and you'll have to move back to hit the button, but usually you will land right on the button. Pass this wall, then jump down into this button, go on the truss. I would recommend moving back when you're off the truss, because if you go forward you might fall off the train, so just move back. Immediately jump over this, and then immediately hold W and D to land here. And I'm gonna go in-game to explain the time tower. So again, quickly, just press Q and then just type that. The map starts when you exit this pod, just to keep that in mind. So don't noclip out of the pod. Walk out of it first. Press I to speed up noclip and O to slow down. You can noclip to this and go, like that. I'm gonna activate buttons 1 through 3, and that'll... Oh wait, no. Shit. Button 1, 5. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So here, you want to time stop here. not much to explain here. When you're doing gears like this, don't use shift lock or anything because you have to move your camera more and it's just less efficient. Don't go in shift lock, just go like this and guide your mouse along it. It's much easier. Like that. Very easy. This is Cankelide Falls, don't worry about it. And I'm gonna have to restart. Let's see. Okay. So we're here. You want to time stop here, okay? Not right here, because I'll show you why. So there's time stop there. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, so where was I? Okay, so time stop here. For this, I like to some people do it like this. Actually, most people do it like this. They like go like that. I don't like to do that. I kind of like doing this more, like that, just twirling around it. But anyways, I'll show you why you shouldn't time stop like that. If you time stop here, I guess it just gives you less time in general. But god damn it, it probably doesn't matter as much here, but still, like if I go like that, like you see how the time stop ends like when you get on there. When you time stop earlier, like here, the time stop will end earlier, and it's just more comfortable. Anyways, come back here. Same thing, time stop right there. Or I'll do it again. Don't use shift lock. Makes it a lot easier. So I like to time stop when I'm like on this wall jump like that. Then gonna have to restart. Okay, so like that. Be careful with this ledge. Just like walk forward. This. Okay. Hold on. Just walk forward like that. This sometimes, actually a lot of times, can accidentally just miss it and miss the wall jump. Like that. Don't worry about it if you do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the difficulty of the map. Restart again. Also, another thing. If you are practicing the time tower, you wanna run through it a bit. Like this, just like run through it, because if you notice the gears have a proximity script, look how nothing's spinning up there. So if you noclip up there, none of them are going to be activated. So you have to kind of just run through this. Activate the hitboxes, then activate the gears. Like this. Okay, make sure you... if you time stop too late, sometimes it'll kill you, like, even if you touch it. So, because this time stop is like, you kind of have to time stop a bit late, since it doesn't give you much time. Make sure it's like, you don't hit it. Just make sure you don't hit it. Just be careful though. Because I'll show you what happens, okay? Or no. I'll show you what happens. So, that time it didn't happen. If you trying to get it, it does happen. I don't know why I can't replicate it. Really? That's weird. Maybe, hold on. That's weird. Dude, NesCT is in my server. This is crazy. This is insane. Anyways. Oh shoot, I have to activate this stupid things. See, like this. Yeah, that's what I mean. It does that. So yeah, but I got an example. Just be careful of that. Try not to touch where it stopped. Like that. You can kinda do that. So for this part, walk down, cut this corner. Just don't hit your head on this, because it's very possible to do that. Jump like that. Don't worry about that truss. Jump off the... Okay. Restart. Okay, so... for this, time stop. For the first two, you want to jump off the top of them. For this one, you can actually just get off early to save time. Like, yeah, like that. And then for this is, you can overjump this really easily. So either jump out and in like that, or just stop midair like that, and just land on it like this. Then aim for the right here. This jump, I'm gonna need more time to explain this, but it moves once you land on it. Whoa, I don't know why it did it that fast. Okay, so it moves once you go on it. Don't, be careful not to hit these kill you, these blue lasers. You don't want to jump too late or you'll bang into this big gear. You don't want to time stop before you jump, because then you'll not get momentum, and you don't want to jump too early, because then you'll not get enough momentum either. So it is just muscle memory. So kinda gotta guide your mouse again like this. Jump and then press E. Sometimes I like to hold D at the end of it. And the amount of times I have to fucking restart that. It seems like non-testers are finally getting to the outside. That's exciting. I can't wait to see how they do on the later parts of the map. It's lots of fun. Okay, again, I like to hold D at the end, just like to make sure I land on this side, because if you land here, you lose a little bit of time. So it's better to just try to land here. But, okay, get off of this wall jump instantly. Hold W when you get off of this. Because what happens if you don't? You just fall. So hold W. Guide your mouse. Okay. I'm gonna have to explain this too. Okay, so again, get off of that instantly, hold W. Okay, so try to land. I would suggest time stopping before you jump, I guess, so you just like are able to land this easier. So try to land on the left side, because it's much quicker to get on this wall run on the left. So you want to ride it to the top of each one. On the first two, oh my god. So basically, you just want to land on the left. So ride to like the top of them almost, the top of this one and the top of that one. This, but on the last one, jump off instantly, because it's very short and it goes fast. So just jump off instantly, like that. And also, kind of hold W, like when I get off of that one. just cause it like gets you in a good position. Again, hold W, and then hold on, let me go again. Jump very fast, and then time stop. I'll commentate this in slow-mo, because it's impossible to commentate over this. Let's go, bro. Yo, no. Anyway, so you can actually practice the outside very easily. What you have to do is enter, like you always have to do, enter the time tower through the first time tunnel in the map. And you want to noclip up to this button. Even if it's not green, if it's yellow, you just have to walk over the button. That activates the hitbox. That'll activate this launch platform later. And then you just have to sit on this platform and wait until the outside starts, and that's pretty much just how you practice the outside. So the lava here catches up really fast. That is why you have to be really fast throughout the time tower. And you want to get off of this platform right here instantly, because look, the lava covers it instantly. So, time stop, launch. This whole outside is just muscle memory. Like, it is so muscle memory based. So you wanna, for the first 3 gears on this part, stay to the right and don't move your camera much. Except for this first one, guide your mouse to this. But then from here on out, don't move your camera much at all. See how I don't move it much? But then you want to turn left like that, guide your mouse again to this, turn right, guide your mouse again, jump forward into the time tunnel, which is muscle memory. You kind of just have to practice this. The good thing about the time tunnels is you can actually just noclip up to them. You don't have to activate the outside. You won't have the right lighting, which makes it harder to see, but at least you can still practice them. So it goes right, left, right again, goes back and forth. It's kind of easy to remember the muscle memory once you get it down. Right here, walk down, don't jump. Walk down. Right, left, forward. So this spinner, you can, depending on your pace in the map, you can either, like, sometimes you'll be able to just jump instantly onto this. Sometimes you'll have to wait for 1 cycle. Like, watch here. I have to wait for this to come to jump, because if I jumped on this one, I would have fallen. So I have to wait for 1 cycle. But sometimes it depends on your pace, like how fast you are in getting here. Sometimes you'll be able to just go, sometimes you'll have to wait a second. You only have to wait for like a split second, and it's not long. Don't overjump this pole. Once you land on it, stop moving and just turn, and then walk up it. Jump very late and aim to the right, because it's easier to land on this side than it is on this side or in the middle. So to the right, and then there's this time tunnel. This is notorious for being like the hardest part of the outside. This is like so hard to learn. First things first, you have to turn left when you go in. have to go down like this. You see my cursor? That's... This turn isn't that bad to get down. It's this one. So wait a second. Now turn. This one. So the motion is kind of like this if you look at my cursor, but really you kind of just have to get the muscle memory down. But do a 180. Both of the turns in this time tunnel are 180s pretty much. But do a 180 and look for the exit. Look for this and aim for it. Just don't focus on anything else, just focus on where this is and you'll be fine. Because if you don't, you'll end up hitting the sides or the ceiling or the bottom or anything. Just aim for the exit. Just look for it, turn, do a 180 and look for this exit. That's really the best way I can explain that. And this is also muscle memory. If you practice this part, just keep pressing space on them. You'll quickly figure out how they take you with them. Just jump. That. The one thing I will say though, on this last one, make sure you jump later, because you want to actually land on this better. Because if you jump too early, you might miss it. Jump on that off of that first cue. Try to use the momentum to move yourself forward. That way you'll have a better shot at landing on this. I call these the chain platforms. So this part is hard to get down. So this part, you're going to be alternating between holding W and D, W and A, moving right and left. The pink platforms indicate where you need to time stop. So once you land on this platform, stop time. That's jump forward, hold right, hold left, and hold right again. Once you land on this platform, stop time immediately. You almost want to stop time before you even land on it. Like if you notice, I kind of stop time like a split second before I landed. And move. And stop time on this launch. So when you're launching up, you can either look up to look where the gap is, but honestly, if you just stay in the center, you don't have to look up. You can just not do anything, just let it take you. But I think it'll be easier if I explain this next part in game. Also, I highly recommend you do be in first person for the chain platforms. It just makes it so much easier. In order to practice them, you have to go through the outside, so hit that hitbox right there, like I said earlier, and wait for the outside. You'll have to go through the outside, and in here, where is it? Like this, you have to go in here. Like, none of this is activated, you have to activate the outside. But normally you have higher jump power, but there's a hitbox right here that activates the lower jump power, which is the jump power for this part and the part up there. So you'll need to hit this hitbox to practice the next part. So go like that. Embot part. Okay. So I'm gonna do a clip here because embot's hitbox is activated right here. and this door. I just need to explain the jumps. I'm not going to be able to otherwise. So, don't jump from so low, otherwise you'll not make it. Go like this. That time stop right here. Be sure not to hit your head. Where is it? There we go. Be sure not to hit your head on this, like this. Stop time. Don't get caught on these walls. Jump on this dome. Don't go like this. Oh. Okay, we'll have to go back. So again, activate this hitbox. Go up. Ooh, shit. So, time stop here. Don't do this. It's not consistent, it feels weirder. So jump on this dome right this, time stop. Man, what is going on? Well, why do I feel so slow? Like that. Make sure you get enough height, don't get caught on this. For this, tap space, don't hold W. Actually, you can hold W. But I find it easier to just space W. Oh my god, this part. So, time stop when you're in here. Don't land here, you'll get stuck. And I have to restart again. Here, look how much my jump power is. And then I come here, and it's lower. That's what I meant. So go up. And then, okay. This part is really hard. Land here. Walk forward. And then, hold on. This is also can't glide false, so don't worry about it. It's not this tight. Land here. Walk forward and jump to the right. Or you can go the other way. There's a lot of like symmetric parts in this map. I'm just going the way I think is more comfortable. So time stop when you jump in this, when you enter this gap. This part is hard. This part is really hard. So I kind of like flick like that, honestly. I just like flick, hold A, W, A. Make sure you time stop late enough so that when you're in this gap, embot won't kill you. Just get out of this gap as soon as you can. This one that I'm in. Jump out of here as soon as possible. Otherwise, embot will kill you. Let's see if I can do this, bro. Oh, okay. Okay. With embot, I'll explain it. Basically, when you're time stopping, if you don't time stop in these spots, embot will make contact with you. That's why you time stop in this part. Obviously. See how like flick? See how embot like appears once you're in here? Get out of here as soon as possible. Don't stay in there too long. And yeah, once you're here, embot is gone. You don't have to do anything. don't have to time stop or anything. Once you're on that arch, embot is gone. This conveyor, time door, you have to wait. Oh, also, during the whole embot part, for every jump, I use shift lock. I don't let go of shift lock at all. I just think it makes it much easier. So I find it easier to just walk off of this conveyor. I don't jump at all because it's angled. Jumping off of angled conveyors is kind of weird. Don't jump too early. These wall jumps are invisible because otherwise, if they were visible, I don't think they would look very good. And they're also invisible because you can't really miss them. They're like 20 studs wide, so as long as you jump off of this wall run, like late enough, high enough, you can't miss it at all. So don't worry about them being invisible. And yeah. These circles, you do not have to click them. I don't know why people are having that misconception. Like, does it look like I have enough time to click it? No. Bro, that would make the map suck. It would be so bad. But these first ones appear in random spots. Also, during this whole part, you have to be spamming space in the, as you see this meter in the bottom left. Sometimes you'll get lucky, as you'll see there. Two will appear in the same spot because they're randomized. Like, look, again, right there. Trying to... Look at this. It turns blue. It'll push it back. It'll push the meter back. It's like you're fighting against it almost. As long as you're spamming space really fast the whole time, this whole part, you don't have to worry about it at all. Just focus on these and make sure you're still spamming space and you'll be fine. But for this last spiral, this is hard, this is nerve-wracking, and it is not easy to do under stress. Make sure, don't rush it, but don't go too slow either. You can kind of, like, it does give you enough time to, like, do it carefully. Like, I did not rush that, but I also didn't go, like, super slow. It is rough, though. It is rough. Just kind of take your time. If you die here, the map gets consistent. It's not so bad to get back here. So, yeah. My okay. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Also, I forgot to mention, if you want to practice the ending, like the so-called Osu part that people keep calling it, god damn it. If you want to practice it, you'll have to, like I said earlier, hit the hitbox that changes your jump power, like by the chain platforms. You'll have to go through the embot part. You don't have to activate embot though. You can skip his hitbox and just go through this part and just wait here. Don't noclip straight up to this because it won't activate. The ending won't activate. So that's how you practice the ending. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The map is still hard, but take it from me, I've beaten it 5 times. It gets consistent. It gets really consistent. It's also very fun. Try to use noclip to the best of your ability to practice. I think that's the most enjoyable way to play the map. But if that's not what you want to do, fine. Maybe you enjoy that better. I don't know. It's a hard map though. Good luck.